At the last position that I held, I would get this complaint regularly. Somebody would come in with floor-length weave installed, beautiful, swinging to and fro. But you can't wear your weave out like that while you're picking cotton. They'd want to view their electronic devices while they was picking cotton. So then you got issues of liability. It's not really about the safety of the cotton pickers. It's about liability. So I would end up having to say something. Some of them would push back. Sometimes it was just so obvious a violation of policy. I try to be consistent. So if you came to work in my area, you knew you need to put your hair up. I didn't care about electronic devices so much because that was a larger problem. It's a societal problem. And higher ups need to come out the house, come out the big house and take care of that. I didn't get paid enough to take on the issue of electronic devices. So I would tell them, though, that there was another level overseer that would come along and there would be punitive things going on if that level overseer caught them on their electronic devices. So one day, a young low-level cotton picker comes to me and complains because she got caught on her electronic device and she suffered the consequences that I had warned them about. So I had this conversation with her that I've had with other cotton pickers. There are other people using their electronic devices. Why didn't they talk to them? Why didn't they write them up? Why didn't they punish them? And I just had to tell this child that that's not the way things work. I gave the example of me speeding. I used to love to speed in my little red car when I was younger. And I didn't even think about it. I just sped everywhere I went. One time this police officer pulls me over. And I was hot because I had moved into the right-hand lane. And other people were speeding by me. But he stopped me. And yes, I read him for filth before that was even a saying. I read him for filth before Sandra Bland. I read him for filth with all the entitlement of colorism, with all the entitlement of my light skin. I proved my point. He looked like I was right. That, hey, he was committed. He gave me the ticket anyway. Because that's the way that works. I told this girl that. And I said, life isn't fair unless you make it fair. But you got to get clear about what your problem is. Like, your solution is trash if you have not identified the problem. It was because all the people she saw got away with it. So I pointed out to her, I said, so what's your issue? You think you should be able to use electronic devices while you're picking cotton? Or you don't have a problem with the policy, you just would like it to be enforced consistently and fairly? And she couldn't answer me. She didn't know then, and I didn't require her to answer me. We suffer as a people because of the lack of clarity on what the problem is sometimes. That's not the only reason, by far. That's not the only reason we suffer. Just saying. From our side, if we're going to fight something, we have to know what the problem is, what we consider the problem. Because I hear sometimes something horrible will happen. Another Black life will be taken, and they'll say, he was doing such and such. And he might have been doing such and such. Nothing that justifies taking his life. And a white person doing it would not be penalized in that same manner or reacted to in that same manner. But I will hear some of us ride on that, like rest on that. Well, other people do it. That's the argument? No, 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 no. We have to get clear. Is it that the illegal behavior shouldn't be considered illegal? And I know I'm saying this in a time I am by no means agreeing with any of the ICE stuff. I'm just trying to help us. I'm talking about us. Yeah, I know what I look like. I'm talking about Black folks. Just for those of you who are not clear. Are we upset because a Black life was taken unjustly? Are we upset because we want to be able to break the same rules that they break? You know, women. Are we upset at the bad, violating behavior of the men we are calling misogynists? Or are we just mad because we don't have the power to behave like them? Like, we need to get straight on that. Maybe for some of y'all, it's both. You want to behave badly and you want them to stop behaving like that. You want to have the power to violate. Or maybe you want to be able to get away with the same things they get away with. And it's okay that they keep behaving that way, but long as you could get away with it too. Because you have to decide, what kind of world do you want to live in? What kind of world do you want your kids to come up in? What kind of kids do you want to have? What kind of life do you want your children to have when they grow up? Do you want your kids to be like theirs? Are there certain traits that their children possess that you would like your children to possess? What is fairness? What is justice? You say you're for justice, but are you? You say you're for freedom, but are you? Who has rights? Who doesn't have rights? So life isn't just going to be fair. You're going to have to participate. And there's a responsibility and an accountability that comes with being one who calls unfairness. We also need to get real about how things work so that we can take action in our own lives and as a community regarding the way things work, instead of just complaining about it all the time as if things don't work that way. They work the way they work. They've worked that way for a while. If something's to be done about it in your personal life or as a community, be willing to call it what it is, whatever it is. Do you dislike the policy? Do you dislike how it's applied? Whatever options you choose, the standard you choose, you have to live that standard yourself. And then, for the sake of the community, for the sake of the rest of us, be honest and transparent about what that standard is.